General nerdery.
No, I was really hoping they were going to continue.
Who likes? Yeah, no. Dude,
I honest to
We're
God,
professionals. You press record.
I had an intro, and then you guys revealed that Gordita stands for little fatty.
Well,
little fat girl specifically, and it's all fucking out the window. I do not remember.
At least feminine gendered fatty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
Think about that next time you order a
fatty,
fucking awful Taco Bell and judge yourself.
which I
Well,
fucking
a
love. A little
burrito's
fatty.
a little donkey.
Yeah, okay.
Oh my goodness, that is correct.
Welcome to General Nerdery.
Your podcast about liking things.
Like Taco Bell.
I'm out. I'm done. Fucking 200 episodes of the podcast over. All right. I'm Zach.
I'm Tyler.
I'm Steven, and I like Taco Bell, and I'm not going to feel shame for this.
No, I'll feel it for you. Don't worry about it.
and I'm Marcus. Now that Zach has quit,
Welcome
looking for
to our
a
new
third host.
co-host.
Standing offer.
Congratulations. You are both the person who does a lot of work and absolutely none of the work for this podcast if you have my job.
Great. Sound like a perfect fit to me.
You do a lot of forward heavy work.
I feel like the viewers or listeners are going to miss out on the face you just made at me.
That's it.
They always miss out on
90% of our podcast is us trying to explain visuals in an audio
Well, so there was
medium,
some potent, there was some meaningful eye contact there that I'm struggling to describe.
Well, Marcus is here, so let's ask him about his bona fides.
So, real quick, Marcus is someone that we have been trying to get on the podcast since basically we decided to do a podcast. Marcus and I at one point were working on another podcast we wanted to do. I had convinced him to write some shitty fantasy stories. Like,
Oh, yeah, Roland Lord and the Throne of Bones.
it was supposed to be purposely over the top Conan style stories that I would then
Nice.
read as a thing.
I love pulp.
I still fucking want to do this. Unfortunately, Marcus immediately got too attached and stopped telling me about it and wouldn't let me do this
Yeah,
anymore.
it became my secret friend, my little guy.
every,
It's fine.
every time I have tried to talk to Marcus about joining on, he's like, cool, I'll come on, but we're going to talk about this fucking 35-year-old PS1 game that never came out in America.
Or Dragon Quest.
Okay,
that never came out in, like, the one Dragon Quest that somehow never came out in America.
There were a lot of Dragon Quests that didn't come out in America right away. It just didn't take off over here like it deserves.
I also have known Marcus since like 2007, 2008.
Yeah, we go way back, dude.
I've been threatening this man's kneecaps for years.
Yeah, you did start out aggressive. Not like
Start out implies I stopped.
No, the relationship has transformed since then though.
It's definitely aggressively more loving.
Yeah.
And I definitely don't threaten people as much as I
It really
did.
was a thing when you were in your 20s in like the late 2000s.
Oh, buddy, I did that in high school.
Yeah, I know.
I would aggressively threaten him to have him draw things for me. But I mostly just wanted him to draw things for me, and I knew he would because he liked to draw things. But the whole bit was like, do it or else I'll break your fucking kneecaps.
And I did it. Well, I used to be a creative, but these hands no longer create. They only destroy.
On that note, Marcus, what are your nerd credentials?
Oh shoot, I don't know. Okay, so like you know what I think I really have to offer you boys is that I think you
That
might...
he's a fantastic racist.
All right, let's not just open with that. I think you guys need a bad guy, and I'm here to do it.
No, in the realms of fantasy, he's red flag wavingly pro-human.
Look, I show up to a new
But
setting.
not in real life.
I'm trying to get my feet under me. I'm trying to know who's what. I'm trying to understand what the things are. I look at the humans and I go, okay, this is my group. And I usually proceed from there.
I will say Marcus and I have kind of realized that we can never be in the same D&D campaign because when we talk about the shit we like in D&D, they are such opposite parts of... I'm like, we haven't even rolled a dice in like 3 weeks. It's just, and you're like, I will fucking kill you.
So with all the love in my heart for like so I adore Ed Greenwood's Forgotten Realms, and I'm like a D&D fan, and
God, we gotta get the band back together.
I remember we gotta get the band back together, absolutely. Oops All Bards is a party that I was in with Steven for...
Dude, I fucking love
a hot
Bard
minute there.
heavy.
We were pretty good. We were also a ska band, but that's a story for another
What was our
podcast.
band's name? Do you remember offhand?
We were the Gaslighters.
There it is.
Side note, I am getting over a cold, so if you hear a bunch of gross noises, I apologize. Tyler only has so many magic powers when it comes to erasing these things.
So to clarify, Tyler's devastating opening salvo character
I've
assassination
been waiting to
against
get
me.
you on the pod. Like,
Jeez.
unleash
Oh,
that.
you wonder why I haven't been on it yet? No. All right. So like, I'm a humanist, which in the real world is a great thing, and in worlds of fantasy, very bad thing. That's it. That's my whole explanation for myself.
That's your whole nerd credential.
Well, okay, what I was building towards when I started like talking about Ed Greenwood and the Forgotten Realms and everything like that was just like I do have a really strong. My strongest memory of Dungeons and Dragons is like I got into it in 3.5 times,
Yep.
and I was voraciously hungry for content, and I went backwards in time, and I started exploring like second edition stuff, and so when like the Baldur's Gate 3 video game came out. I was like, why are the Githyanki sexy now? They're supposed to be like awful, yucky, noseless tyrants from outside of space and time.
You said they're supposed to be not sexy?
And so like, like this new
What part of what you just said isn't sexy?
this new party member is just like, what if a green human woman without a nose? And I was like, oh, okay. So we've started to take some, and then you know,
They yesified them.
in character creation, you can be like a Lulthsorn drow, but you're like out in sunlight and you're not evil and you don't everything. I just start to it sure doesn't resemble the books that I read. And I get it, right? Because I understand that it's problematic to tie.
What if all the black elves were evil? Is
Yeah.
maybe a
No,
little
for real. I
problematic.
do. I'm trying to prove to you in this moment that I'm capable of the nuance that
No.
I need to be.
I understand. I read a bunch of Conan the Barbarian,
Mhm.
and he's a huge H.P. Lovecraft fan. To like older genre fiction is to go, okay, let me explain.
Yeah. Like let me like put so many clarifying factors up front on this thing. But
So
yeah.
I'm not racist,
but
But this guy sure fucking was.
this guy definitely was, and his work has some racist themes in it. The non-racist themes I'm really fucking there for, and
Tell
that
you what,
shit's
though,
great.
Tell you what though, for all of for Ed Greenwood, again, for Ed Greenwood's Forgotten Realms campaign setting, he sure has rolled with the punches, and like it from what I've read of his material, he's been very progressive this whole time, and he has been able and willing to engage with when things are pointed out as potentially problematic, and he is really good at yes-anding and keeping the ball rolling and moving forward, and he's a pretty cool old guy.
In fairness, we probably should not have character assassinated Ed Greenwood like we did. I was trying to character assassinate H.P. Lovecraft, who does deserve it.
Oh yeah, I mean,
And Marcus, who also deserves it.
sigh.
Also, just to clarify, I love Marcus. He's a sweet, sweet human, and he is a good person. But we are gonna dunk on him as though he is not.
Am I going to spend the rest of this episode digging myself out of the hole you just kicked me into?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, I'm ready.
And then also, like, I just want to throw out some cool bona fides for you. You ran your own webcomic for many years. I'm not going to throw it out that level of information of naming it unless you want to.
Oh, sure. I've done a few things. I guess. Thank you.
But like you're a wonderful artist. I still have a bunch of those those prompts that I gave, like your drawings that from my threatening prompts from high school. I still have this. Like I have the physical drawings that you did for me.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, I'd have to search through all of my belongings, but I guarantee I have them somewhere.
Well, I used to make pictures. I made pictures for like 8 or 9 years on a pretty consistent schedule. And I even had a second webcomic running for a little while there, which was like meant to be a little bit more like serialized story fantasy deal. I'm still pretty pleased with the script and how much of it came out. But yeah, I went to school for art and animation and such. And Oh, that's all I ever did, really. Other than that, I play video games.
Nothing really kills the desire to do art and animation like going to school for art and animation, from what I can tell.
And or getting a job right after it in art and animation and then getting ground into the fucking ground.
Yeah, you tell you to do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life.
That's a fucking lie.
Well,
I say as someone who does a lot of what I love.
look, it could be true for somebody, but it sure wasn't true for me.
Yep.
Yeah, and he's the one that I go back and forth with on Nerdy Matters for 36 hours a week.
Oh,
So-
yeah. I'll never get tired of you. You presumably do get tired of me, though. I have to admit.
So anyways, Marcus here is an expert in completely obscure video games that he tries to explain, and I somehow end up more confused, and super dice heavy D&D. So we brought him on for Shoresy Season 5.
Yeah, hockey. I know the rules of hockey.
Then you're farther along than I am.
Mostly because I played the Wayne Gretzky hockey game on the N64, where everybody has their face as like a photo that's stamped onto the front of the polygonal hockey man, and it's like too small. I really, if anyone could bring up a picture of what that looks like, it's great. It's the faces are all too small for the head, and it is exquisite.
I'm assuming it's like old PS1, PS2.
Well, it's an N64, so you're
Fuck
thinking
yes,
you're thinking the
okay.
right amount of blockiness. Yeah.
I'm just remembering NHL 95, which was the only hockey game I played. I think that was on the Sega?
Well, 95, I suppose that makes sense.
While I was getting over being sick recently, I was
Genesis,
watching video game lore videos, because either games I was interested in, don't have time for, or like to replay or whatever. And I watched a Mega Man Legends one, which I still maintain Mega Man Legends is one of the greatest video games of all time.
Oh, I'm right here with you.
You know how when you haven't played a game or watched some like a cartoon in like 20 years and the style kind of updates with your memory? Like, wow, that's disconcerting. He just showed me from his weird video game thing.
Oh,
yeah,
well,
right.
like-
We got the face. We got the face. There we go. That's the stuff.
But like,
that's a chunky
you
boy.
remember back and then you like go look at it again and you're like, holy shit, this is so fuzzy or blocky or like...
Now, I'm totally familiar with the phenomena you're describing, and I don't reject it because, like, I've heard a lot of people say this to me, but I'm going to try to convince you that I actually maintain a pretty crystal clear picture of what the things did look like, and it doesn't get polluted over time.
The shittiness makes him hard.
Yeah.
I'm afraid the shittiness does, in fact, make me a little hard.
I mean, it's not a bad... It's in the kind of the same vein I've talked about.
Knowing him, the shittiness does
I'm
in
trying
fact make him
so
hard.
hard to move
I
through
will.
this, guys.
I love being able to count the number of triangles a guy is made out of.
Just fucking erect.
I said a little hard.
Just...
I mean, figuratively, it is the thing that juices his
It is
engine.
moving the table.
I don't know if it actually gets him going, but I do think it gets him to a happy place.
I like that people get so sucked into these worlds and experiences that their imaginations start to fill in the gaps. And I do think that's a big part of the point. And I think that's a lot of why people say things like, when a game is remade, for example, later with like in a superior engine that can render more, particles and rays and people are like, oh, it looks like I remember it looking. So I do kind of understand, or I think I understand what's happening there. But, for me, I like seeing the boom mic enter the shot.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, it's the same kind of thing I've talked about before, reading an old comic book that I had when I was like 7 that I loved. And then I reread it and was like, I thought this was like 3/4 of the comic. It was 4 panels. Just because I had like built in so many like moment of shot for shot. And it's really just a sign of people doing the job well. But yeah. Not sure how to transition this to Shoresy Season 5. I'm going to be real fucking honest with you here.
No, well, here's a good
mean, this is-
transition. Marcus wasn't on for any of the other episodes, and I've got to sit through his entire Shoresy journey. First, let's hear, what did you think of seasons 1 through 4?
Yeah, what's your relationship with Shoresy?
Whoa, well, what did I think and what's my relationship are two different questions. I think I'll tackle them in order that they were asked. What did I think was that was some good TV. Like I was compelled to. I have no attention span for television, and I was compelled to sit through that. I was like losing track of time instead of trying to climb out of my skin and get away from the TV screen. And that's something that just doesn't happen. Like the pace and the tone of the show are really special, and I'm tempted to call it dramedy, I guess. This
Light
genre.
on the drama, but I'd say that's
yeah.
It has dramatic elements for sure.
So this blend,
sports drama.
is it really like had me I was enraptured. I was not ready for it to be over. Is the first time I can think of when we had run all the way out of episodes. I looked at Tyler and I was like, "That's it." And so that's a new experience for me, running out of a show.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, "Oh no, I wish there was more." So that's where I'm at. And then my relationship with it is I guess I should probably talk about how much I liked Letterkenny.
Yeah, I was
beforehand.
curious. How quickly did you get into Letterkenny? Because I know you liked it.
Letterkenny was the perfect gateway drug for me to get into Shoresy with, because Letterkenny was a lighter. You didn't have to watch any amount of Letterkenny in order, like a season would have.
It has like through lines, but
A
they are
through
very
line, yeah.
standalone. It makes perfect sense that Letterkenny would work for you if you can only handle like 20 minutes of TV at a time.
Yes. Letterkenny had this almost like sketch comedy energy to it, where you were just constantly bouncing between characters and scenarios that were each nothing. They were just raw fun. It felt like I was watching The Whitest Kids You Know or Monty Python.
Yeah, it's this issue's the spelling bee. This episode is the fucking.
It always gives me
Debating
Seinfeld
chips.
sitcom energy of like, if I miss a single episode, does not matter because they're all basically just doing something.
Well, and if you do miss it, they will tell you enough to be able to catch up.
And
Right.
so, like I was talking about how Shoresy is the perfect, or Letterkenny's the perfect gateway drug for me to get into Shoresy, because it was just it was building up my tolerance to TV. I needed to build up my tolerance to TV, and you were really kind to me earlier by talking about how I get to be an old head in the video game space, but it's like I just don't traditionally get the good feels, brain chemical, serotonin dump from television. So I needed to learn my way in. I would not have told you up front that Shoresy, of all Letterkenny side characters, would have been able to carry a show.
Welcome to the universal reaction to Shoresy.
That
Like,
was
every
alien
single
to me. That did not seem possible at all. Like I think it was Tyler who told me that. I don't remember who floated the idea to me first. I hadn't heard of it, but I found that unbelievable. And my first thought was that the show could never be anything other than a dismal failure. And I've come to like Shoresy more than Letterkenny.
Same. I've rewatched Shoresy so much more than I've ever watched Letterkenny. I love Letterkenny, and I will throw on seasons here or there to just like put it on. But I don't know if I've gone back and rewatched the whole series as much as I've gone and rewatched Shoresy.
It's because, I mean, we talk about this every episode we do Shoresy, but I mean, it's absolutely worth it. It's because Shoresy has a true through line. It has real plots and character growth and development. And that doesn't mean that, like, Letterkenny is bad, but as you said, Letterkenny is a sketch show that happens to involve these fictional characters.
Shoresy has heart.
Shoresy has heart. Shoresy has plot. Shoresy, again, has growth. I mean, even just from, like, season 1 to season 5... Shoresy with Laura Moore and her kid in this season, I was so certain the kid was going to be one of the skater.
There was no way in hell it was going to be Liam or Corey.
No,
I didn't.
He would know who their moms are.
I know, but it
Does
was
it
just
bother anybody else that we don't know the kid's name yet?
You know, that's a good point.
I swear that wasn't brought up.
That is an excellent point.
Is that on purpose? We know his birthday. His birthday is April 9th. We don't know his name.
How the
Oh,
fuck
shit.
do you know that?
Well, because Shoresy knows it. She says he's
It's in
proving
that
himself to
exchange
Laura.
at the very end.
You know,
Okay.
I'm
Of
like
season
90%
four?
sure it was
Okay.
April 9th. But
when after he's ran the marathon.
the point I'm making is that, like, you know, Laura's kind of quizzing him, like, how invested in me are you? She asks him all of these questions, and he's got him on lock. Why don't we know this kid's name? He's appeared on screen now.
We don't know Shoresy's name.
Is this on purpose?
Do we know it from Letterkenny? Have
I
they
don't
ever
think
dropped
so.
it?
I don't think so.
Actually, no. I feel like they've dropped it casually via like the announcers at some
So
point.
and so known as Shoresy or something. I think it happens either
Is that
in
right?
an episode of Letterkenny or
No, I
early.
think all they say is number 69, Shore.
Oh, yeah, that's probably accurate.
Mm-hmm.
I want to look this
I
up.
mean, even his brother only ever calls him Shoresy
Yeah. Or Waffle.
or Waffle.
Well, so that's an interesting quirk of the character and the writing of the show, but like, what, if any way, would that be related to Laura's kid?
Just
I don't know, but like we already have a main character that we don't know the name of.
I think it's so funny because this show has bombarded me with a number of names I have found really difficult to memorize, especially in that last season where all of the previous rival characters
I don't even try.
were like Avengers assembled back together on your left, assembled back together in order to fight the Euros, fight back against the Euros.
Which I hear is like Euro, like
Yeah, they
the
have never
sandwich
given
every
it.
time. Sorry.
I double checked. They have never given it. I felt like they did at some point. I don't know what I was thinking of. But
It's conspicuously absent, like Laura's kid.
until this season.
Well, I would love it if they're setting up the fucking Laura's kid's going to be the next Shoresy.
That'd be interesting.
That'd be great.
He's gonna pull like a Dexter, where he's gonna like mold him into a little copy of himself.
I do love the way
Shit,
this
that actually, I would watch that. That was so fucking weird.
the way that this show continues to like swerve and not do what I expected it to. Like, I thought we were going to see the first time that he meets the kid, because it's really heavily implied that he's on in earlier seasons that,
Oh, that
he's
he's not
only
even
allowed
met the
over.
kid?
Yeah, that he's. But I guess that was more just we only can have a sleepover when my kid's not here. So I was
It
like,
might have
oh,
been
cool,
also at that point he had not met the kid.
sure, but
Although
like.
actually
By
probably
the time that we interact, they are obviously very familiar with each other. Because just like I thought, oh, gonna meet the kid for the first time, and just hey, Shoresy.
and there's definitely way less of a time jump between season 4 and 5. So I imagine he's probably met the kid by season 4.
And there's no like friction moment, because that's almost like a staple of TV of like, oh, the mom's dating someone new now. They're figuring this out. They have no fucking time for that, because Shoresy is a show about telling you about very specific moments and emotions and fucking fast forwarding through anything they don't feel like telling you at any given moment.
Yeah. With that in mind, guys, I fucking love this season.
I need to rewatch it to get a better idea of where it sits for me.
This has been the most divisive one online. I will say that.
Understandably.
And I understand that in all honesty. Curious to know where you stand, Marcus, on this season.
So watching a guy lose the thing that he used to do that was definitional for him, is that a word? Watching a person try to move on from the thing they defined themselves as hit me pretty personally, and I'm not going to try to be like a specific or a crybaby about it, but I've really enjoyed watching Shoresy navigate that. Like ever since he said I can't go, pretty much up until now, finding his way into this blue tracksuit, where he's calling the shots for his buddies, it has been nothing but an escalation, an improvement of the character for me. I think this is resonating with me huge.
It is really where he has to grow, which I appreciate. And I really do like the idea of, like, I said, every time I think I know what's going to happen, oh, he's going to coach now? Well, kind of.
Yeah. Because he's kind of still just one of the boys.
But also the division folded. So, like, he doesn't...
Yeah.
They swerved real hard on that this season. I did not expect that.
The entire no-show folding.
Right?
Yeah, maybe.
It would be weird if you had just assumed that, in fairness.
Good point. Yes, sorry for pointing out the obvious there.
No, you're good. It's...
For the audience, quick overview of the season is Shoresy is stepping into a coaching role of an all-star team because the no-show folded, but the Euros have a team that are over here and just dominating North America at what is considered to be the North American game.
the physical game.
And Shoresy and the boys are like, yeah, we're not going to let that happen.
We're gonna have to show them that it happens.
Fucking lumber.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I fucking will say I love the first episode and the last episode. They are my favorite of the whole seasons. the cold open of the first episode may be my favorite. It also may be the worst of all of the cold opens of in any episode. When Shoresy walks in on the boys all jerking it.
You do it like that?
In fairness, that is the single worst way to masturbate that I have ever heard of.
Don't knock it till you try it.
To try on halls.
To try on holes is the wildest part. That made me like honestly a little bit uncomfortable. And it's like I understand where you're coming from, but like it feels a step more in a much perverted way that I'm like, I don't want to yuck your yum, but like, kid, you just watch porn.
I'm mostly unwilling to weigh in on this, but I do think that Dolo was doing it correctly, more or less.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. He was doing it best.
He was doing
Yeah.
Although I will say, from a conservationist standpoint, you don't want to necessarily waste too much time in the shower just to conserve water. So,
First time in my life I've ever done a critical analysis of masturbation.
Welcome to the show, Marcus.
you're really getting the full effects.
I mean, the overall point is, though, is what the fuck was Ted doing?
Yeah, I mean, Ted Hitchcock remains my favorite of the boys, but like, nobody's perfect.
Yeah, it is the weirdest part of all of that, but also like I can't knock it. Whatever gets the job done for you, but also at the same time, the try-on halls is very funny the way they keep saying it, but oh my god, it's so fucking weird.
Shoresy just continually leaving open all of the doors.
I guess try-on stuff like that would be like the modern equivalent of stealing the Victoria's Secret magazine when we were children.
Goody asking him if you could plug that in for me was kind of a power play, actually. It should be said. Credit where it's due.
Goody might be one of my favorite it might be my favorite of the boys.
He's kind of the silent assassin when it comes to like the humor bits.
He does really get me like off guard with certain lines, and I will say that he is probably one of the ones we quote the most.
Because we always have sticks when we do these episodes, and sticks are unbelievable.
And just saying anything is unbelievable. It's really easy. Like,
I don't feel like I think about what Goody has said maybe most of the time. The defining moment for the character for me is I don't remember what season it is, but he's in a bar looking at a lady, and a guy squares up with him. It's all there's no dialogue for the scene.
oh, that's like his first episode.
It's the thing where it's just it's the thing Jared Keeso loves to do, where it's just music. It's just a rockin' song, and he just pulls his tooth out and smiles, and it's like one of like the sort of like scarier, more aggressive power plays from this character that's otherwise like pretty like gentle, outside the game, of course.
Does he end up with the girl after all?
Yeah,
because like.
Yeah, I think
Okay,
so.
I was just double because there's the whole.
he lays that guy out, and
No.
his
I mean later on, because like it's I can't think of her name, but the girl
Oh,
he's
does
been
he end up with?
is
what's her
that
name?
Melody and what's her name?
Brittany?
the one that was deciding between Jim and him, and then originally goes with Jim, and then
Jim.
Jim wants to do like something.
No, so in the last scene when they're all dancing with people, he's not dancing with her.
Oh, okay. I thought there
I
was
tried to
another
pay
moment
attention
where I
to
saw
that one of
with
my
her.
rewatches.
Huh. All right. Well, good for him. He obviously is getting plenty of hockey moms, so it's.
Thank God you did your homework, Tyler.
Oh, the boys are hammering so much ass all over the place.
This is what's.
Impossible number of good-looking gals in Sudbury, boys.
No, I don't know. I really enjoyed all the players from season 3. So getting them all together on one team, I was like, oh yes, Gorgeous Gord and Sly Silvestri. I had a revelation about Sly Silvestri while I was working in the freezer aisle a couple weeks ago.
Which one is Sly Silvestri?
He's the Italian player who wants to take out their goalie the minute Shoresy says, "Don't take out the goalie."
when I pick up a hockey stick, I'm somebody else.
I'm a completely different guy.
Yeah. Okay.
Sly is short for Sylvester.
Yeah. So it's Sly.
So he's Sylvester Silvestri. That's all. I'd never put that together before, and I was like, oh, fuck me.
I do like the meta narrative that he works in a kitchen when he's not playing hockey. I was like, yeah, that tracks. That guy's got a lot of rage. He probably cuts that out at work by chopping onions somehow.
Tell you
He
what,
was maybe my favorite sign-on because he's like on the phone for 2 seconds and just goes, "Yep," hangs up, immediately out of the kitchen.
I mean, yep, that 1,000% tracks for him. It's like, oh yeah, no, he's here to work, and as soon as he has the other gig, he's out. Yep.
I loved everything about that last season, but if there was any part of it that didn't totally click for me, it was almost how quickly that team comes together. 'Cause they were these mythologized rival characters beforehand. And so like bringing them back for a super team is fun and exciting, and I do get that. But for the whole rest of the series being about this like tight-knit group of friends fighting for their culture and party cohesion and making it work, for this new team to click together so quickly kind of felt not right to me. Like it felt unearned.
I love the season, but this is the season that could benefit the most from more than 6 episodes.
It is one of those things of the limitations of 6 episodes, the limitations of his pacing structure. And as I said, if he doesn't want to tell that part of a story, he's just not gonna. Which is why he has old guy, Silver Fox guy. Schnurr. Names, man. I don't. But Schnurr being like, all right, instead of this really over the top thing where we slowly bond over time, instead of fighting over ridiculous things, let's just get together now. And everyone's like, all right, I guess. Like,
Schnurr was the perfect character to do that with.
Yeah,
but
Schnurr is why this team works.
And then also they do have like the bit with, sorry, I stepped on your guard. But they set up that they literally are also absolutely offended by the idea of this EU team playing the game as good as them, that they're like, nope, oh no, not now, not with my respect on the line, not with the fucking hockey stick in my hand.
Well,
go time.
And there is some of the hockey thing of, it's a real running thing of this, of like, they'll beat the shit out of each other on the ice, and then afterwards they'll all go out for drinks together. So
because they even do that with the EU at the end.
So
which I really love that. I was not expecting that.
Is that level of like, we might have been rivals over time, but they do already have bonding experience together at various points.
We also have like 3.5 episodes of them together, but I'm pretty sure that there is dialogue in the last episode that indicates that they have been practicing together for almost a month.
And also spending time off the ice together implied by them like doing stuff with the community, going to games, like youth games.
And we see that sizzle reel of Shoresy showing them how to memorize everybody's names. You know, all the janitors, all of the
Emily,
workers.
Kev.
Yes.
George with a J, which I think is a pretty cool way of spelling it.
Like, but those like rapid fire
and Santiago
joke frames are a great way to get the audience to digest the fact that a lot of time is passing.
Yeah.
I do love, I actually thought of that, George with a J, and that's a pretty fun way of spelling it. That one, you're like, oh my God, no. But then like he says it is so genuinely and is like legitimately like, that's a cool way. So you can't really be mad at him. And we know he's an idiot from way up north. So like he honestly probably has never met many people named Jorge. And the moment he's corrected, he goes, really? And then like has it right from then on.
Do we? No, okay, I want to unpack something here really fast. Are we meant to think that Shoresy's an idiot? Because, like...
Oh, he's real dumb, remember?
Yeah, well...
He's definitely the dumbest on the team.
Yeah, well, we say that a lot, but, like...
He's kind of an idiot savant.
Is the world of this show a heightened reality where even an idiot can chirp that good? This guy is a pop culture genius with half of the chirps that he's spitting out in real time in the fiction of the show. He's yes-anding and making... He is as funny on the spot as a member of Whose Line Is It Anyway?
It's one of those things
that is a thing that's breaking my brain to think about a little bit.
I can't think of him as an idiot while watching him do that.
Being quick and being smart aren't the same thing.
Well, and being smart can mean multiple things. When it comes to very specific things, which is like chirping and hockey and the people that are part of his team, he's a genius. Everything else, he's a fucking moron.
I think savant was a good word for it.
Like, it's really the scene where he's talking to, I can't remember the kid's name, but Jack.
I'm
And
assuming that's who you're talking about.
yeah, his little mentee kid.
Yeah, Jack.
And he's talking to him afterwards and completely failing to like spell something.
Oh no, he's completely failing to do 6 times 8.
Oh yeah, it's math. That's what it is.
He's
And
like
he's
58. I know there's an 8 in there
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah.
So like, I guess idiot might not be the right word. Dumb might be the right word. And it's really kind of what is the difference between those two things? Because when it comes to like book learning, he really is dumb.
Yeah, he's not book smart. He's hockey smart and
He's only kind of social smart.
When this is,
I mean, he is.
I don't know
and
if it's
isn't.
that he isn't social smart as much as he doesn't care.
There it is. That's the money.
That is maybe one of my favorite scenes of this season was where he's sitting on the couch with Zieg and they have actual like conversation moment where they're not chirping at each other, and then he like makes her dance with him and is like taking care of her.
I realize how problematic discussions about IQs and EQs and whatever can be, but like I'm gonna try to say that he has a really high emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
Like that's definitely
Really weird emotional intelligence. I think is where I'm landing, but
Growing up in a foster home with many different siblings, and I imagine going into that and having been in foster care beforehand, he would have to develop really fucking quick emotional fucking skills of being able to read people and understand what they're feeling.
and incredibly thick skin.
And an incredibly thick skin, and also being a kid in that situation, be incredibly good at being fucking good at fucking talking shit.
And you know what else? I think I just realized something about my own read of Shoresy is that like the only times I've ever disliked, the only times I've ever raised an eyebrow at like the character is when I feel like
We're talking in Shoresy too, because I hate him in every Letterkenny scene.
Well, hold on a second now, because
Okay.
I do have an example where he lives up to an ideal as the character in Letterkenny that he falls short of for a second in Shoresy. The only times that him being delivered to me as a thoughtful person, hockey genius, are when he seems to be a hypocrite about what his previous values had been. He spends some time as a character in Letterkenny, chirping at some hockey players who are ladies, but he's never chirping at them about their performance in a women's sport or as women. He's saying that they have, one of them, he says, you have legs like a redwoods, you could box jump a bungalow, and the other one he says your breath could kill whatever. He's making fun of
Your
them.
memory is so weirdly fucking good. Like,
No, it isn't. Thank you. He's making fun of them in the same way that he would make fun of any of the other like men players that we'd seen him interact with up until that point. And so there is one moment when he is on the Bro Dude show later in the Shoresy show, where he has a few things to say that didn't fly for me about, I guess, women's sports. And it felt like he wasn't being totally consistent as a character anymore.
well, in fairness, people are not always totally consistent. I mean, just no person is absolutely consistent at all times. And I remember the scene you're talking about. And one, he definitely puts his foot in his mouth. And I really do think that's like saying something that's maybe not quite what you were trying to say, or like realizing as you're like, oh shit, I'm on thin ice here. And then being completely unable to like step out of it.
And they were intentionally trying to get
Oh,
him
sure.
to shove his foot in his mouth.
Yeah. The moment they were like, let's make this worse for you.
Well, I do kind of get. Well, I understand the purpose of that. Like, I can feel the writer's room trying to construct that for me. But that and a couple of other moments are the only. There are times in the show where I think that Shoresy drifts out of the emotionally intelligent character that I want to see him as, and into just like some types of stubborn and even occasional cruelty.
He's a fucking meathead, and it varies on what level of like.
It's a tough pill to swallow sometimes.
Yeah.
And concussed.
That's a
Yeah,
fair point.
He was
too.
concussed a few
lot.
times before season 1 of Shoresy, right? Like,
Yeah.
he's already had. In fact, he gets 1 concussion over the course of all 5 seasons of Shoresy. That is his 2. Is that right?
Yeah, I was gonna say he gets 2 in season 3.
It's his game, and see, my memory's not that good. It's just selective. So that's a major plot point. Let's not ignore that.
He fucks up. I think they have intentionally written that he fucks up words more often after those concussions in season 3.
I think you are right, and I've noticed it more since you pointed that out. That's an intentional bit that I've noticed.
Name 2 continents is one of the better bits in the show for my money, though. Mustard and mayo. Because you can't. That's what's so special about it is you can't tell if he's doing a bit or if he's really misunderstanding.
And that one also feels like he maybe just misheard of like name 2 condiments instead of name 2 continents. And I was just like, I don't know if he's fucking around or if he literally is just answering the question as he heard it. Which, like, do you get like fucked up hearing if you get a concussion? Do you hear things wrong? I don't know anything about concussions in all honesty.
I mean, brain injuries are weird, man.
Brain injuries can do all sorts of things, and also just years of sports can be hard on your hearing. Like,
could he just be hearing continent and think condiment?
Or he's just
know, but
switching words around. Like
That's fucking fascinating.
I can say as someone on my 4th concussion that it is harder for me to find words than it was a decade ago.
I wonder if I've had a couple more concussions than I realized, because I have similar issues.
Did we all just like, shit, if I had a concussion?
I know of at least one that I've had for sure.
I'm now curious to know if I've ever had a concussion.
I would bet I've had a couple because of sword fighting too as well, but
I don't know when I would have. I don't do active things, but I have like fallen and like done like hurt myself a couple times and not important.
So,
Shoresy.
Complete shift from both Steven's concussions
and my CTE.
and what we were talking about before, but like I do have a critique of Meeg needed more. The Meeg Michaels thing was so fucking weird this season.
I'm curious about that. I still felt I don't know. I didn't miss seeing her that much this season, partially because I felt like her acting was the weakest it's been so far in season 4, and so going into this season, I was just like, okay, whatever.
Well, they're setting up for something, and it's because it's Shoresy, I can never tell if it's just like a passing background idea that they want to play of like life goes on for these people even if we're not following them, or if this is going to come up more later.
Oh, it's all
But,
super
like,
weird and messy because Mercedes definitely kind of cares by her reaction when she found out about it.
Yeah, Mercedes,
And definitely cares in that she went and fucks a bunch of dude about
that's
it.
also not out of character for
It's not
Mercedes.
out of
though.
character for her to just do that, but also she did definitely see that and was like, well, I'm going to go fuck this guy specifically because of that.
Do you really think it was her acting? Or, I mean, like, did the writing give her enough to work with?
No, I don't think it was her. I think it is just the writing. And if they want us to know more about her and Michael, which I think they're going to, we got more seasons coming.
Yeah, I did have
Which,
to.
that's kind of the weird feeling for me. I felt like this season felt like a weirdly like ending feel for
This
me.
could, yeah, I felt the
Of,
same
like-
way that this
Like
could
if we
be the wrap
didn't
up.
get more seasons, I wouldn't be surprised
With
somehow.
the final look, like, this is what my boys have taught me scene, I literally was like Googling, is there a season 6? But just one lesson on that real fast is I also think part of the reason that bothers me is I feel like they have just completely written, I mean, he could come back. They just wrote out Sanguinet entirely at this point in a way that I want more of a goodbye for the character, with Sanguinet being one of my favorite characters on this show. That said, I also understand where he's a character that is increasingly difficult to use as Shoresy moves into different roles. But just like, oh, last season we didn't see Sanguinet. That makes sense, though. He went home for the summer, yada, yada, yada. And then, oh, now he's just not coming back because the thing folded and him and Meeg broke up. And we're going to mention that in passing after we've seen her make out with Michaels
Well, isn't a
a
lot
couple
of
of
that
times.
a consequence of the actor leaving between seasons to deal with his own stuff. And
Did he? Okay, I didn't know about this, so that's part
Tyler
of what
knows
I was.
better than I do.
All
Yeah.
I know is that pretty recently on social media, he posted about having struggles with mental health and sort of not really having been doing much the past couple of years. And I think they were in a situation where it's like, we can't stop the show for one actor.
I was going to say sweet, that's good to know, but that's not sweet because that sucks for him. But like, that does change how I view this, because it was really bothering me. That I was like, really? Like,
Oh, it was obvious that he left the show in a way. I mean, it didn't seem like it was purposeful the way he left the show.
yeah, it's just like, this is such a weird way to write him out, and it just sat strange with me. But this gives a lot more context to it, so never mind. Fuck me, I guess.
No, I wouldn't have known. I'm pretty sure I was just spitting out something Tyler taught me anyway.
Yeah, no, I only knew because Tyler told me. That's the only reason I knew that beforehand. And I was like, good for him. Glad he's taking the time to, like, hopefully work on himself in a way that will be helpful and do what he needs to do. And I wish him the best of luck on that journey. Bummer because I enjoyed his role here. But also I value his personal health more than I value him doing a fucking show for me.
No, absolutely.
So
okay, I'm gonna zigzag us again.
do it.
Just pull us out of
Okay.
this.
Do a Shoresy.
Huh?
Fucking every season
Huh?
zags on me.
Okay.
No, fuck you.
That took you so long.
No, I got it pretty early, but I just
I wish it
don't-
would Zeke on me, but
Much like all the characters in the show, like, who knows what to do when someone asks you a question and then instantly interrupts you with the yeah.
Oh
It's
man, I saw
disarming.
something that was pointed out that when he was talking to the kid and the kid's freaking out and he asks him a question and he still does the but he does it like really quietly, so in a way that it won't that he still gets to do his verbal tick, but in a way that won't interrupt what the guy's going through.
Look, I know you were about to zag, but Shoresy with Jack in episode 1 is one of my favorite Shoresy
It's so
moments of the
fucking
entire
good.
season.
Exactly. It's one of the strongest contenders for why I love this season. There's something about the rest of this season that didn't gel with me so far that, like, I don't know what, like, that the pace is not quite right. There's something that's not gelling with me as hard.
I think it's because that scene was so good and we don't get another scene as strong as that until we just don't get another scene as strong as that.
We don't get a good scene as strong as that. It does set up such a good, and it does set up such a good, like, pairing ending with the way they are talking about Jack talking about how they're going to do what they're doing in the last episode, that, like, I fucking love the way it bookends the end of the season, that I fucking really love this season. But I like the middle part for some reason. Every time I've watched it, and I think I want to try and watch it in smaller chunks and, like, watch, like, an episode, give it a breather rather than crush it the entire time, which is what I've done every time I've watched it.
Just
Just gonna crush so many beers.
It's just fucking crushing Shoresy. Where I'll sit down and I'll watch the entire season 5 in one go. And I think I might want to try and pace it out a little bit week to week, maybe, just to give myself a different way of viewing it. But, like, the pace of it feels different compared to other seasons.
Part of it might also be we saw what a good coach Shoresy was about to be, and then we never really saw
Because he didn't
Shoresy
have to
coach
be
in the-
that kind of coach with
Exactly.
the other guys.
Yeah.
He was still a coach to them, but it was a different approach.
no, because it's
of
a
where they're
coach
at.
as equals as opposed to this kid is my kind of
Mhm.
son.
I did watch it through with Kat, and that scene was her favorite of the season, was that exchange with Jack in the beginning. And, like,
I really like the Blueberry Buddies. I hope whatever happens in the next season, we get more of them.
I think it's also powerful. It's all so much more powerful because we got to see what Shoresy's home life was like, what his family was like.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea of your son doesn't need to be the son you made kind of thing. Like, it makes him. It was the perfect way to build towards him taking younger characters under his wing. showing
Well,
him
and
how to be.
It does set up so much of the rest of the season, not just how they plan that last game, but you have things like what's her name, the hockey mom,
Jill.
Yeah, Jill.
How's that the name I remember?
You're not so bad with names.
She looks like Charlize. That's all I remembered. asked him how he knew how to do that and how he was good about that. And he's like, well, I learned it from my brother. He always knew how to make things simple for me. And then he brings in Mo, and Mo just every word out of his mouth once he's a coach is just straight to the point.
Perfect.
Super simple.
His
You
delivery
wanted
is
to see the
hilarious.
locker room. It's unlocked.
Terse, laconic.
You need a big you need a big goalie. He's right over there. Let's go ask him. I fucking the addition of Big Mo into the main like cast was such a beautiful choice. I love him.
It is interesting in the way that sometimes it feels like the side Shoresy characters kind of change depending on like what they need the character to be this season. Like every time we've seen Big Mo before this point, he's been much more expressive and stuff, and then we needed him in this season to be the simple, straight to the point guy. Or like, and
well,
like,
I do think that's just Mo as a coach. And
yes,
we only
and
see
I
him.
mean it's not out of character, but like it's
Mhm.
happened a couple of times. Like Ted Hitchcock in season 2 just wants a girl to listen to some tunes with, and then in season 3 he's getting all sorts of hockey mom ass, and then
Weird Sudbury.
or in season 4 Weird Sudbury and all that, and then
That was a major upset for me as a Ted Hitchcock fan. It felt incongruous. Yeah.
Yes, and then in season 5 we find out a little bit that they're just fucked up and dumb. Kind of like
They have a tit for tat situation. Apparently.
Right. It's funny because it's in the same conversation where I think Dolo and his
Dolo and
partner
Melody?
get to explain what
they're in an open relationship, and they're just like,
relationship
you can do that?
right, and then
Sounds
meanwhile,
fucking awesome.
Yeah, Ted, of course, gets to be totally mystified by that.
I do like that they kind of swing that back around in this season. Like, but it is a thing I've noticed in Jared Keeso shows. But one of the good things about Shoresy is the way that he does try and tie things together. I was thinking of this with when we mentioned Jill, because one, why is Jill so into Shoresy? Which even Shoresy is like, I don't fucking know. I love like, why do they want you there? He's like, fuck, I don't- Same question.
In some ways, so I think Jill is into hockey sluts, and I think in some ways he has established himself as like, this is what,
This is the hockey slut.
yeah.
Also, it's the one that has turned her down. But
And also, I think there is at this point probably a known factor of him being interested
in moms.
in moms,
In
but also
moms, yeah.
And
That's
she's
a-
got to know that by now.
I think
it's an open secret.
I think that's a definite known factor. That's an open secret. I was going for the fact that he is semi-taken is the known factor, and I feel like she might be interested in the chase.
You know, I really wasn't impressed with like how much he temptation we are watching him experience, because he's supposed to be so dead set, so like completely sure on Laura, but then when he's on the bike looking back at the gate, the gate that she tells him that he could come in through I'm sorry, the hockey mom.
Yeah, Jill.
Jill. It's I would have wanted personally for Shoresy to just go like, no, I'm like to be totally steadfast. But on a couple of different occasions, we watch him like sort of flounder. We watch him squirm.
Well, it's one of those things. As I said, people are not just one thing. Like,
I know we're watching him earn his ending with Laura, but
it's also like, I have been happily in a relationship for 12 years. Someone really fucking hot that you vibe with is still someone really fucking hot that you vibe with. I have had friends that I'm like, oh, we would have dated if I was not married. And so there is that kind of awareness of stuff. So I don't think it's so much that he's like floundering tempted. He's just aware that he has that like attraction to her.
And I think especially with the Laura stuff, especially upon rewatches, he's never tempted to be away from Laura. He is just genuinely confused as to whether this is something she wants or not.
oh, the threesome thing.
Yeah.
That was
I felt a little weird about that.
I loved him
I
clamming
also
up.
felt
I
a little
loved
weird
him
about
clamming up. A character that always knows how to quip back at a situation. Clamming up was a great moment.
Which is part of why I like Laura. She's one of the only people that can get him.
Yeah, he just
But,
shuts down.
It looks like
what's happening.
it looks like he's just like he is just like tensing up and just like a freezing entirely.
Watched 4.5 seasons of this man having something in his back pocket to fire back with every time, all the time. And so that's not. I'm not going to pretend that's the only occasion it happens, but it's powerful when he.
It is
silent.
the strongest occasion. I think if this were any other show, if they weren't positively expressing like threesomes or casual sex or
3 cheers for casual sex.
fucking both of the Freezer twins
great
or an open relationship in other characters, I would have been like, ooh, I really dislike the end result of the threesome offer. But I still felt a little weird about it because it almost felt like, oh no, it's bad to have other people you're sexually attracted to when you're in this dedicated relationship. But because they have so many other people having that, like, that human thing, it didn't hit as negatively as I thought, but it almost felt that, like, do you want to have sex with another man? Felt almost after school special to me.
Okay, so this was a thing that I had semi-spoiled for me before I watched this show, or before I watched this season.
Mhm.
The bit about Laura Moore being bisexual. The heavy use of air quotes around that. I don't even know if it's fully, if she's...
Well, and I also don't know if
she's.
she's fucking with Shoresy because she goes a little far in, like, testing Shoresy to the point I'm like,
Mhm.
lady?
Exactly. I will agree that she's very, very far on that line.
I think there's a chance that if they were both like 15 years younger, they might go for it because they were kind of different people then.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. I think in reality she was kind of open to it, but was also testing Shoresy with this.
1,000% yes. But having that had been like spoiled for me, then seeing it in the context of the show, I was like, oh, that feels not like by representation to me in a way that I was expecting it to be, like Tumblr was trying to fucking really claim it was, which hindsight...
No, the bi representation is Zeke.
Yes. Actually, yes. Actually, yes.
Yeah, Zeke is very, very bi.
I never put that together, and I'm going to point that out to my wife later. But with that in mind, I then made sure to watch through the season with my wife, who is bi. She did also want me to point out that, like, I specifically asked for her opinion on it. She was like, well, I am just one person, and my opinion is not the full
Oh,
extent
absolutely.
of
We
opinions
understand.
of all bi people. And I was like, I understand that. I understand that. Thank you for that reminder. I'll make sure to say that on podcast. So I did it as close to verbatim as I could. But
well, I'm glad I was mistaken in this matter. So.
But she didn't feel like it was like bi representation. She was like feeling more so that it was Laura specifically testing Shoresy more
Mm-hmm.
and really leaning into it playfully in a way to like test him more. And that I would agree to that as well. I don't know if she actually wanted to do that, but I don't know if she would or wouldn't. I would say from the standpoint of like having a bi wife, I did actually have to have the thoughts myself like, do I want to have sex with another person and my wife?
It's such a fucking Keeso way that is written that every single time, would you like to have sex with me and another woman? Like every single time putting it in that exact same sentence.
Yeah.
But then having that break that down into the core phrasing of, do you want to have sex with another woman? And for me, my answer is no. I love my wife. I'm sexually attracted to my wife. I would have sex with another woman if my wife felt the need to have that. But I that's not a thing that I personally feel like I need. I don't mind the idea in my own personal time, but it's not a thing I actually need in
We're
the
learning
physical
all
reality.
about his masturbation habits today. Where
Like you don't know about them already.
Miss Bunk Bunk.
And I guess you know what would totally change this conversation or even make it like not need to happen is we don't know how playful Laura was being with the test. We don't know if that would have been grounds for dismissal or slap on the wrist or what.
Yes, it's only because the test in season 4 felt a little intense to me. And it's this repeated she is always testing me is the point where I'm starting to be like,
which
Laura?
she mentions that her friends are calling her out on.
Yes, and I do appreciate that.
But she also mentions a couple of times why she's doing it. You get the distinct impression that she has this feeling that she let the wrong one in before and that it was a really bad, dark part of her life. And so now she's extremely guarded.
But also simultaneously, you can have a real reason for doing something and still take it a little too far. I'm not saying she's a bad person for it, but it's one of those things. I understand why it's happening. Maybe you need to chill out because if this wasn't Shoresy, this could start to become your next problem in a relationship.
But then also Shoresy takes place in this kind of heightened cartoon reality.
Oh yeah, and it's also Shoresy himself who is the person to challenge, and he's just like, that just makes me more into it.
Mm-hmm.
I think for me, the weird, challenging part of this series is just like the Gretzky of it.
Oh, yeah.
That wasn't...
Because it turns out Gretzky's a real conservative shithead.
Oh, shit, is he?
There's a lot of total reverence in this universe for Wayne Gretzky. And I mean, like...
But also, there's hardly ever a athlete so dominant in a sport. And it being the sport that the boys play, I can't fault them. Like, I don't know how much you guys know about Gretzky, but...
No, you're right. Gretzky's kind of an elephant in this room.
I mean, beyond what they've talked about on the show, and, like, I get, like, if what Shoresy talked about him when trying to, like illustrate to, I forget the producer and...
Nick and the producer lady who's name I don't know.
When trying to, like, explain, like, why he doesn't care that he didn't show up, it's like, okay. Okay. Yeah, no, this guy's good at hockey. He's okay. So this guy's unto God for hockey players.
So a couple, like, first off, there's a difference between goals and points because there's a couple times they mention how many goals he's made. Points are different. They are assists and goals added together. And you can have up to 2 assists on a goal. So, like, if one person passed it to another person who passed it to another person that got a goal, all 3 of them get a point.
So that's basically what Jack was talking about with, like,
he got a secondary assist. Yeah. Gretzky was the quickest player to ever hit 1,000 points. When he hit 2,000 points, he became the second fastest player to ever hit 1,000 points. There's only been like 4, I think no other player has ever had a 200-point season. He's done it 4 times.
Holy fuck.
He has 9 of the top 10 all-time points in a season records. If you took away all of his goals, he would still be the all-time point leader. He has more 4-point games than he has 0-point games.
I mean,
okay, so I knew he was good. Like, I knew he was good.
You don't have to know hockey to have heard the name, but...
Yeah, that's kind of where he
also sounds like he was made up for the show, doesn't he?
Kind of.
I guess as someone who's been getting into wrestling, I've been watching for fucking 3 years religiously now.
You've been getting into... I think of you as a wrestling guy. I think you're into...
That's so fucking funny to me still. I'm not wearing a wrestling thing right now, but that's rare.
I don't know. The hat's pretty wrestly.
I've been wearing this hat since I was 19.
I stand by my statement.
Yeah, I look like Macho Man Randy Savage. We all know it. But I super get it because there are people who, like, I have kind of just decided I only want to know as, like, their wrestling persona, and I just don't necessarily want to know who they are in real life because I might start to have opinions.
I mean, this could rapidly turn into a separating the art from the artist discussion, which I'm sure you guys have never had a conversation about on this show.
Yes, your fave is problematic being one of our earliest episodes, and I want to redo because my views have evolved since then. But I mean, it is really one of those things, like, if you go to someone who was a wrestling fan in like the late 80s, early 90s, that's Hulk Hogan for them. That there's some people who were like, man, I know what a piece of shit Hulk Hogan is, but I don't care because this is who he was to me. Well, for me, fuck that guy. I don't give a fuck about him in the same way that I don't give a fuck about Wayne Gretzky. Apparently he's incredible, but if he sucks, then he also sucks.
No, he really sucks. He's really bad.
Welcome.
And that's why I'm saying it's one of the weird trying points of the series, because it's also like, as people who love hockey this much, though, I also kind of get it. Because, damn.
It falls under what I was saying
That's
already.
some impressive numbers. So I get that kind of like, and like that thing a bit about him having so many points while in grade school. And I was like, the fuck are you feeding this kid?
The secret sauce of the Shoresy character is reverence, right? He cries at the Canadian national anthem.
That's still one of my favorite
He worships this guy. I do think that it works. Maybe this is just me like coping or whatever, but it works for me because you don't need to worship Gretzky to be like downloading all the information you're meant to about Shoresy by watching him worship Gretzky.
I think it's at least for me, the secret theme of this episode of people can be multiple things. Gretzky can be this hockey god and apparently a son of a bitch. Shoresy can be a surprisingly deep person and also a
son
dumbass.
of a bitch.
And, so I guess it all tracks for me.
My favorite one of the Gretzky facts, though, is that him and his brother have the combined all-time points for sibling duo in the NHL. Gretzky with like 2,857 and his brother with 4.
I will say the way that he talks about talking to Wayne Gretzky is so on board. My friend works the night shift at a gas station out at like a truck stop in Bonner, and Jonathan Frakes drove through one night. The guy who plays Commander William Riker in Star Trek,
Director of Clock Stoppers. Yes.
and he took a picture with Frakes and sent it to me. And at first I was like, what the holy fucking shit? And I have referred to him as your close personal friend, Jonathan Frakes, ever since.
What's William Riker doing in Bonner?
But I also appreciate the fact that like he's trying to sound cool, and then the moment that they ask, like, "Did you really?" They're like, "No,
I probably said something like, "For sure, for sure."
Janice. What do we think happens next? I know what do we think happens next season is the dumbest fucking thing to say in Shoresy at this
They
point. But like
the Church League.
I was about to say it's either
gotta
Church
be
League or Blueberry Buddies.
But I think that Steven and I both already showed our hands as not as that felt so done. That felt so over. That felt like it was a wrap.
Yeah,
it's such a weird over too. Like I would have been fine with it, but also it was like, oh, you thought you were making more seasons, and you were wrapping this up real fast.
To end on what was technically a loss, but spiritually a victory in a show that started to be about this guy
never losing again
and learning how to be a human being again. Like after losing what defined him, that could be it. That could be over right there, and it would be satisfying, and it would be impactful, moving.
To find that answer to the question of, to even find there's a but in that question of, or the statement, I hate losing, is such a growth for that character.
Right. It's growth, and it's also us getting to see where his line in the sand is, because he does still play dishonorable hockey, but he does it in a way that's kind of culturally accepted because he's a pest, and that's always kind of been a role.
Mm-hmm.
As long as he never takes a dive, we'll love him, because the show explicitly names a dive as being the bad kind of dishonorable.
I do
that we
fucking
reject.
think it's so funny that in hockey, apparently the dive is one of the worst things that you can do, while in soccer it is like a time-honored tradition. In fucking Ted Lasso, a guy takes a dive and you see the coach just be like, "Sell the fuck out of that."
Yeah. Because in the first seasons, he was the guy that was, they don't ask how, they ask how many.
Mhm.
And to find out that he does have that line in the sand, like, look, man, I'll stick a dude in the nuts, but...
And that scene of him playing where he sticks like fucking... He clubs like at least 4 guys because he goes and gets a goal and then he goes skates around and
he's just like, pop,
club,
pop,
club, club.
Dude, some of the fucking fighting in that
And then
was...
walks off because he's just out of the rest of the game.
I think what it is kind of the overarching thing of Shoresy this season is it's honest.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he'll fucking beat the shit out of you, but he's not going to lie about it, is kind of his line in the sand. And it does also fit in with why Laura Moore has accepted him in the way, because it's him being honest. It's him being genuine in who he is at all times, even if sometimes that's being a fucking dickhead.
And that's why the dive is the perfect thing to show. It's
Exactly.
dishonest. It's yeah.
Also, the bathroom scene now just makes a lot more
I
sense.
was actually just thinking about that.
No, the one where he confronts the basketball player in the
and
bathroom.
like where he basically says out loud that the only way he can win is if can fight dirty, but still he's gonna fight, but he doesn't want to necessarily do it in front of everybody because he knows he's gonna lose.
Like, you're gonna kick my ass, but like,
Look at you, you're a fucking giraffe.
Then why are you going to fight me?
Because I have to.
Yeah, we love that a character is willing to pick a fight he knows that he'll lose because that he has to. That's like a fast track to adoring a character. Well, they had a lot of Keeso maybe especially had a lot of hard work to do getting us to like Shoresy. Fresh off of Letterkenny, he was just a bastard.
But you liked him in the first episode, first season. You're already like, cool, I can get behind this now.
Well, yeah, they had to really humanize him in a lot of different ways.
But
in order to get us up to speed.
I liked him as a character at the end of the first episode. I kind of like him as a person now.
Wait. Now, think about Drow having that depth.
No, hold on a minute.
I will say it took a lot of watches for my wife to get into Shoresy. So I will say that's not a definitive
Well,
for
of
people
course.
to get into
No,
Shoresy.
in the
on
same way
first
that your
episode.
wife is bi representation for all bi people, me liking Shoresy immediately is representation for every person who's watched this show.
Exactly, got it. Okay.
Now, Dritz Stewart did a lot to prove to us in the world that that Drow didn't belong in the monster manual anymore. Man, I'm going to be fighting these allegations for the rest of my life, aren't I?
Yeah, so let's talk about instead, because I did watch, I was there for Marcus's watch through the season, and we didn't mention the biggest turnaround on a character that you had, which was Delaney, with one line.
Well, yeah, I mean, what is there to say? It's just,
What was the line?
Sometimes I think God really sees me.
I'm glad that Tyler had that on lock because I had it, but I was just kind of choking on it because I needed to give the context that surrounded it because he's such a dirtbag.
And he's so obsessed with lap dances.
He's such a dirtbag. His defining characteristic is just that he likes lap dances to a problematic degree.
And cocaine.
And cocaine. And so I'm raising
Lappies and snooters.
I'm raising my eyebrow really hard at this character. Like, we're here to build a culture. This is the new hockey family. I'm meant to love and embrace these guys. They're my team. What are you gonna do that makes me love this guy? And that line he didn't make him stop being a dirtbag, but I was like, oh, this is our dirtbag.
Remind the audience the context of where that line came up. It's
that's when they're like,
we're
you
gonna
know,
give
when
lap dance.
Palmer was like, when I got caught smoking by my dad, he made me smoke all these packs and stuff. And, you know, it didn't work on me, but maybe that approach will work for you.
Oh, I still smoke to this day, he says, right?
Yeah, we had a smoke last weekend. As far
We're gonna get it. So you're just tired of lap dance. Okay, you know what? I've been wanting to mention
A monsoon of Lappies.
Sometimes I think God really sees me.
I
He
am
says,
going
and he
to-
becomes our dirtbag.
I'm going to mention this real fast here because both my wife and I were like, what the I am all for body positivity. I'm all for whatever body modification that you want to do to yourself. The tits weren't right on one of those strippers.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, like, I was watching being like, this is like a Rob Liefeld drawing. Like, this is not how that works.
I'm gonna have to pay more attention. Somehow I missed that.
She's sitting on his lap at one point, and one point they're like slow-mo, like running to him when they walk in the strip club. She's got big old fakies, and I assume it's something she wanted, so more power to her. But every once in a while, it's just like,
I had a great moment during one of those scenes. I was sitting there watching it for the first and only time for me with Tyler, and somebody had thrown a glass or a bottle, and it had broken on or near the stage, just outside of the boundary of the shot. And this stripper kept dancing kind of immediately in a way that was just, the comedy of it was like, oh, well, let's carry on. And I think what I said out loud was just like, oh no, but there's broken glass. What about her feet? And Tyler said, no, they wear shoes. They have big shoes. And so I'm gonna out myself as a huge square right here and tell you that I know next to nothing about strip clubs. That's not.
never been to one.
I'm really not trying to do a moral superiority thing here. I just have like I got a different brain that's wired a different kind of way.
I've never been to one. I've known many strippers, and I've known a surprisingly number of house moms, which are like basically they work back of house and kind of help the girls get do all they need to do.
Oh, is that right?
I figured I'd tell you that, and also our listeners, but I've never been to one. And they wear like
Big fuck off heels.
Big fuck off heels is the great way to say
No, so
that.
but
Actually.
in the moments that
But
follow,
when you say big shoes, I do think of like
clown shoes,
boots.
right? No, there are
Some
these very
Timbs.
high heels, right? But so later in the same episode, maybe just a couple of scenes later, there is another slow mo shot like the show loves to do, and it's panning across a bunch of the guys and a bunch of the dancers on stage, and one of them is kind of crawling, and it's obvious what you're meant to be focusing on, or what the cinematography what kind of wants you to be looking at, but I'd been silent for a while, and I kind of chimed in and said to Tyler, I said, oh, I see what you mean about the shoes. Because now we were down at the level where we could see her feet, and so like that's really where I'm at. Like I zeroed in on. I was actually uncomfortable with that. I know I'm being a huge square, and I don't think it's a problem with the show at all. But like the strip club showing up in Sudbury, being a plot point in season 5, ramped up the a part of the show that made me squirm in my chair a little bit. Because again, like I'm just a Quaker, you guys. I'm just a
well, it's how Tyler's put it before. It's
milk toast.
It's the male gaze and the female empowerment, and doing this show in the strip club as much as they did almost shifts that balance a little bit, because usually they're like, look at this incredibly hot woman. She's also the most powerful character in the show. Not saying strippers are like less powerful. We never have any interactions with them. So all they are is the male gaze in a way that we don't have with most of the other characters when we get male gaze in Jared Keeso shows.
And credit where it's due, as far as I remember, the only genitalia on screen ever is Michaels' dick in season 1, coming out the bottom of his underpants when they come to him in his
Your balls are hanging out
in his darkest time. Is it really? Is it? I thought it was his dick. But
I don't know.
It is.
I
his
might have
dick.
censored it in my mind.
Either way, I will give them credit. Versus Ted Lasso, where that motherfucker loses his balls in like season 1 and does again in season 3. Motherfucker needs to buy some better pants. I just had that thought.
Oh, the other coach.
The
Okay,
other
I was
coach
like,
in Ted Lasso.
when did Ted Lasso lose his balls?
The one who gets fired and then
Yeah.
gets picked up by the Hammers. Yeah. Sorry, my brain just something.
No, it's just his thing. He's just like the
Dissociated
tiny
to a
little
different
shorts.
sports show.
We're talking about sports and balls. It was a perfectly natural segue.
Also, these are the only 2 sports things that Stephen and I know anything about.
No. Well, shows, yes. I actually know heated rivalries.
I've heard a lot of people on this season online say that this is the season where they can feel that Jacob Tierney is no longer there the most.
I was thinking about that this season, and I don't know if I actually feel that or if I was just thinking about it because Heated Rivalries is so much in my brain right now. I didn't feel necessarily that, but also I don't necessarily feel him as much as I have in previous seasons.
I can feel it. I've not seen Heated Rivalry, so I can only kind of go so much. But some of the, like, the only way I can put it is kind of some of the bounce of the back and forth conversations is very different now. I mean, this is a scene with Jacob Tierney in it, but like the two Quebec announcers.
Yeah. Benny Brodeur and
Remy Lebeau is like the flow of that is in a way
Remy
that does not exist in this season. And I didn't think about the fact that it's because Jacob Tierney's not here, but I think that might be what it is.
I think you're right on that. I would see that. It's hard to say what's not there because there's stuff still there.
Did we see, for a second, I thought I saw just now, because I'm thinking about Quebec, Frankie JJ on the TV for like a fucking quarter of a second when they were showing the EU team?
No, I think we just saw a different bald guy with a beard.
Okay.
dude, the EU team averages 6'5". Those guys are fucking monsters.
Yeah,
Those
What
guys
the
are
hell?
fucking monsters.
The best it was really, really great when they had the pan down the as much as I told you that I was squirming about all the strip club scenes, whoop woohoo. The slow pan down the bar to one of the EU guys, maybe the
Cedarstrom.
goalie.
Yep.
Being approached by a woman and then
He stands
standing
up.
up from his stool to just tower.
With this very incredible slow shift of frame from her walking out of like the dressing room to like slowly moving down where you're like, it feels kind of male gazy, but they're actually framing it in a way that you're actually getting the setup of like how tall she is to get how fucking small
it
she
feels
is.
it feels like they're doing some kind of movie magic, like Gandalf in like talking to having tea with Bilbo. Like it seems like some kind of camera fuckery's going on there.
They do another good job of illustrating how fucking big they are in the last episode when they cut from like there's a shot where they show that goalie at the fucking goal standing up in front of it to cut to Michael standing up in front of it. And like the fucking EU's goalie is like
He's covering the entire goal.
He's covering the entire goal, and he's shoulders above the fucking goal. That like he's like it's coming up to about like his fucking pecs basically. Whereas Michael's, it's coming up to his shoulders, and he's barely covering like half of the main goal. And I was like, oh, that's a fucking brick wall of a man.
The other shot where it got me is where the coach is standing there and the entire team is walking past to like go into the rink, and he's
under
like,
all of their shoulders.
Yes.
Oh, fuck that coach. That coach sucked.
Yeah, Teppo Mackie sucks.
He's supposed to. So
Yeah,
like,
he does a great job. Dude actually has a lot of aura on screen. I wouldn't mind seeing him as a bad guy in something else.
But you can
Yeah.
tell how much fun the actor is having. Like you can just feel it. He's
Oh,
having
yeah, he's
such
enjoying
a
being
ball.
he's
how
enjoying
much would you love to be told that guy's going to be in a cop uniform and I just need you to fucking yell at him for like 30 seconds?
I don't know why the guy his performance was great, but I don't know why I'm so sure that he was just like tittering with glee between every take.
You can tell with actors sometimes. You can just like
He's in love with it.
I mean, how gleeful must have Anik Archambault been to be
put-
the one to finally put Jory in a fucking headlock?
Oh my
Finally.
God, we can all agree that that was a special moment. That was a very special moment. It feels like it was so long coming that I was sure that no one would ever do it.
Oh, one bit that I wanted to mention when we were talking about Delaney earlier. Another bit my wife really, really loved was the last little bit where Delaney, his line of how he loves scoring goals, was like his reason for total buy-in. And both me and my wife were like, "Aw," and I was like, that was the moment that I was like, okay, I get it. I like it.
that scene actually, not Delaney in it, but it was actually Schnurr that had the moment that made me be like, oh shit. I've talked about before because I do my dumb sword fighting game, which is basically senior whale shit hockey, but
with
sword
wacky
fighting.
bats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when they're doing the like tell us who you are kind of thing, and Schnurr's like, I'm Schnurr, I've done 1,000 games in the show and I've still got a few more to go. Fucking like, I was already sitting, so it wasn't a have to sit down moment. I was just like, yeah. Fuck, I get that. Like,
Oh man, that entire last game just had me. Every time I watch it, I think it's part of the reason why I love this season so much. It's so awesome. First off, just because that they lose that game, but they execute their game plan.
oh, they play
Up and
fucking
down
great.
the entire fucking game.
Well,
They might not have scored those first 2 periods, but they weren't trying to. That wasn't the game that they were trying to win.
No, they wanted to make them hurt.
They won every period that they tried to do what they did. Because that last period, they'd lose the game, but they outscored them 3-1. Like, they literally, the entire game, set out what they did, what they tried to do. But also, like, I don't know. That one gives me all sorts of flashbacks to when I was in fucking organized sports. We were a team that loved to hit in football, so just the physicality of that game, fucking, I love. But I was also fucking dirty as shit when I played basketball. So also that game, I fucking love to watch.
I will say that was a thing that broke it for me a little bit, was how fucking dirty they were playing, and then finally the refs decide to call something.
I think the ref mostly called it because at least 90% of the other things that we saw were away from the puck, and that directly involved the guy that was getting passed to.
Oh, okay, so they were like actually like they were doing some dirty deeds, but they were doing it while, hey ref, look over there, smash.
well, and also it seems like the rules are a little different when it's like directly involved with the scoring of the game versus just the gyms fucking punching someone over.
Once the team was together, that was the other thing that I love. Anytime the gym stood up to go, Palmer was there right with them. And
Yeah.
I was like,
An honorary 4th gym.
yeah.
And that we were talking about it earlier when Delaney has to show his buy-in and he's fighting at the club, and then you get the slow-mo scene of the gyms running in, and then Palmer's right behind him. Which another thing that I noticed on a certain watch through that I forget which gym it is, but the one who runs in first is this one who becomes assistant captain this season.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh,
The middle gym is how I think of that one.
Yeah, Gym 2.
yeah, okay, I guess. I haven't thought about it. They're all
It's
gym.
Jim out of Jim.
It's purposefully difficult to talk about. It's the bit.
Yes.
You're good.
But I thought that was a good little setup that they paid off well with having him then become assistant captain, and then also like run the little talks to clear things up between Goody and
He probably should have been the captain out of all of them because he almost was the most effective out of the getting it done. Because like Ted Hitchcock's helping the boys work through their relationship drama was almost entirely useless.
Yeah.
I fucking love Hitchcock starts crying when he's awarded captain, and you have that moment of like, are they going to feel awkward? Instead, they're all like, yeah.
I mean, that got me.
But you know, like sometimes, so many times we watch members of the core cast. How many times have we heard characters talk about building community and being part of a community, right? So even when Ted Hitchcock is absolutely floundering at being helpful, like you're learning everything you need to know about the guy by the fact that he is like participating in his community, like like the fact that that he cares, that it matters, that he matters enough to them that they're willing to sit down and go through arbitration, like even when, and especially when it's stupid. It's it's all in service of them feeling cohesive. They're a family.
I do love that
Feels
they
good.
brought Mercedes into that, who has had nothing to do with the rest of the season and has nothing to do with the North Stars other than fucking half of them.
It's a special moment when a character shows up to like I was just gushing about like the intimacy of the family of these characters, right? The family that they are, how special they are and important they are to each other. It's also really, really fun when the show invites an unnamed stranger character into the room to just be present for that. I'm reminded of the 2 strippers that accompany
Delaney.
because they still need their $80.
And he has to get a goal first.
And they sit in the room and they go through everything politely. I mean, sure, the one lady's phone goes off, but that's not her fault.
You bringing up a Hitchcock did remind me of another fun Hitchcock bit that I really loved is when he gets fucking shit-faced in the first episode.
Oh, God.
And he's like, he can't hit on Jill anymore because he's too fucking drunk. And when he's like looking around and Troy's just, what are you looking for? A chair? What for? To sit?
That's what you do with chair. Such a fucking drunk man thing to say.
And
Oh
I
my
was
God.
like, man, I've never understood you more in my life. Being too intoxicated and feeling the need to sit and are just like expecting a chair to be around you, hopefully right behind you. God, I feel you, man. I wish there was a chair for you.
Yes, I'm trying to think. Like, we never really answered the question, what do you think happens next season? Because who fucking knows? I guess as deep as I go, as long as we get more of Shoresy and Jack, I don't give a fuck what happens next season.
I need to see those church freaks.
Yeah.
If they're not in next season, they better be part of their own spin-off show. I have to know. We saw the blood.
Yeah,
We saw so much blood.
permanent blood all over
I
that.
need to see these freaks.
Oh, I hated those two old church bitches.
Yeah.
I did like that one of them was just like, oh, yeah, church is good. Church is good. But money?
Money?
Oh, 50. You'll take your 50-50. Yeah, sure. I can talk her down. Don't worry. She's a bitch. But I know how to handle her.
Whoa, I just remembered fucking Corey and Liam have been slowly stepping up their chirp game over all the different seasons. They almost had Shoresy on the fucking ropes for a minute.
I would say they out-chirped Shoresy at the end there. I mean, he fell back on some of his old material that was good enough, but like they had top-notch chirps.
Yes, imagine having to chirp Shoresy for 5 years and like
Yeah.
you are going to fucking figure it out or die.
That's so special
Yeah.
to me. Like he's the fact that he's passed that on to.
I miss the Bluester Club. I just loved that name.
Booster Club.
They're ready to go.
I guess, do we have anything else? We're getting kind of long in the tooth here, which is great. We're talking about shit as much as we need to on this show, but like, any last stuff before we wrap this one up?
No, not really.
I'm always nervous to start the new season because I'm like, what if the magic is gone? And then like fucking 2 scenes in, I'm sold again. Like,
Okay, here's my pitch for the next season. It's a youth church league. So we get the best of both worlds. We get the psycho church league in there somehow. They're the other team's coaches or something, and they're teaching a bunch of fucking ingrate like monster children. And Shoresy has to bring together a group of scrappy little kids, but because they're so young, he needs someone else to help middleman a little bit. So he brings Jack and the other boys in for it. And then the Euros are, not the Euros, but the rest of the NOSHO North Stars are there fucking the moms, I guess. I don't know.
I can see somebody looking at Shoresy and point blank just saying, go where you're needed, and him plugging himself into that plot line. Like,
Yeah.
just fine.
into it. Yeah.
I don't really have anything beyond that. That all sounds great to me.
Sorry, I got distracted. My wife just texted me and I'm like, she never texts me. So no, we just found another dwarf wrestling show to go to. So
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Well, that's important as shit.
it is. That's what I'm talking about.
Should go start planning that right now because
Yep.
I think we're over this episode.
All right. Next time we are doing Bio Booster Armor Guyver. We are watching The Guyver, the
Yes.
Hell yeah. I have no
live
idea.
action Western adaptation of an extremely violent Sentai manga
No.
with with Mark Hamill with a porn star mustache and a body horror scene. I'm so fucking excited. It's so goddamn bad.
It's from like the producer of Reanimate and From Beyond.
this
Holy
whole
shit. Okay, I'm in.
this movie doesn't make sense. It's another one that Tyler and I have been talking about forever.
Yeah, you guys are gonna need no guest host or a different guest host for this one.
Oh no,
So
you're just with us now. You're just always.
Oh no, I forgot I was hired.
Yeah, you're hired. You're the new third host.
Okay.
we're gonna get you a jersey, well, a sweater, so that you are the official.
The communal sweater.
I guess I'll sit down and watch.
No,
the
Zach's gonna wear the
Guyver.
communal one.
Oh,
'cause
yeah,
he's gonna.
I bought you these. Fuck you.
We're gonna duct tape Marcus's name on the back of yours.
In the meantime, we're your generals of nerdery. I'm Zach.
I'm Tyler.
Dismissed.
This has been a General Nerdery Presents production. If you enjoyed it, please go hit like and subscribe wherever you're listening to it right now. Also, we'd greatly appreciate it if you checked out our other shows over at gnpresents.com. Thank you.